So the next wave is the full wave rectified output. Consider an output waveform of the full wave. We have taken the voltage V of theta on the y-axis and theta on the x-axis. Just similar to the sine wave, the maximum value or the amplitude is denoted as Vm. Here the difference from the sine wave is that we do not have a negative half cycle. So one complete cycle or one time period is from 0 to pi. It is from pi where the wave is starting to repeat. So the time period taken is pi. So the RMS value equation V is equal to square root of 1 by pi integral 0 to pi V of theta the whole square d theta. The function of the same wave is just same as what we have used earlier, Vm sin theta. So substitute V of theta as Vm sin theta. Since Vm square is constant, bring it outside the integral and do the integration of sin square theta. In order to do the integration of sin square theta, first transform it to 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2. The method of integration is just the same as a sine wave, and you get the final answer as Vm by root 2. Now let's see the average value of full wave rectified output. Here the time period we are using is 1 by pi. So the equation becomes V average is equal to 1 by pi integral 0 to pi V of theta d theta. This is also exactly same as that of the sine wave. So now we have calculated the RMS and average value of a full wave rectified output. The next waveform is half wave rectified output. So consider the waveform V of theta in the y-axis and theta in the x-axis. And the maximum value or the amplitude of the waveform is Vm. Here also, just like the full wave rectified output, we are not having any negative half cycle. But in the position from pi to 2 pi, the magnitude is 0. So we have to split the function V of theta for a half wave rectified output, unlike a sine wave and a full wave rectified output. So from theta 0 to pi, we are having a positive half cycle. So the function is Vm sin theta. But from pi to 2 pi, the magnitude is 0. So V of theta becomes Vm sin theta for the theta 0 to pi and 0 for theta pi to 2 pi. So here the time period taken is 0 to 2 pi because the repetition of the waveform is starting from 2 pi. Next is the RMS calculation. Substitute for the time period as 2 pi and the function V of theta we have already split it to 2 time interval, that is 0 to pi and pi to 2 pi. Since the V of theta is 0 for pi to 2 pi, we are considering only the time period 0 to pi. And substituting for V of theta for the time period, it becomes square root of Vm square divided by 2 pi integral 0 to pi sin square theta d theta. Now rest of the calculation is exactly similar to the sine wave and full wave rectified output. So finally you get the answer as Vm by 2. Now coming to the average value calculation. I have already said that the average value calculation, if it is a symmetrical waveform meaning there is a full positive and negative half cycle. If it is a symmetrical waveform, then we have to calculate for half cycle. But here a half wave rectified output waveform is an unsymmetrical waveform. So we have to calculate for the full time period, that is 2 pi. So the equation become V average is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi V of theta d theta. Now the function v of theta we have split it into two time interval, that is 0 to 2, 0 to pi and pi to 2 pi. Since pi to 2 pi the function is 0, we are taking only the time period 0 to pi. Substitute the function v of theta as Vm sin theta and do the calculation. Vm, since it is a constant, you may take it outside. Integral of sin theta is minus cos theta for the time interval 0 to pi. So you get the answer as Vm by pi. Thus we have calculated both the RMS and average value of a half wave rectified output. So next waveform is square waveform. Just consider a square waveform with y-axis v of t and x-axis t. It is a symmetrical waveform. It is having both positive and negative half cycle. The time period or one complete cycle is starting from 0 ending at capital T. It is from the time t the wave is again starting to repeat. But if you look at the maximum value or the amplitude value from 0 to t by 2 at any instant of time, the maximum value is Vm. But from time t by 2 to t, the amplitude is minus Vm. So here also we need to split the function v of t as Vm for time t 0 to t by 2 and minus Vm for time t equal to t by 2 to t. So the RMS value equation becomes v is equal to square root of 1 by t integral 0 to t v of t the whole square dt. That is equal to square root of 1 by t. You need to split the time intervals from 0 to t by 2 and t by 2 to t. From 0 to t by 2 it is Vm square dt, and from t by 2 to t it is minus Vm the whole square dt. So minus Vm the whole square in itself will become Vm square. So you may sum up the integral from 0 to t Vm square dt. So you will get it as square root of Vm square divided by t. Vm you have taken it outside because it is a constant term, integral 0 to t 1 dt. So integrate 1, you get the answer as t for the time interval 0 to capital T. So final answer for the RMS value of the square wave, you get it as Vm. Now the average value for a symmetrical waveform is always 0. So for a symmetrical waveform you need to calculate the average value for only a half cycle. So V average is equal to area under the curve divided by the time period, the simplest equation that you may take. So since it is a square wave, you could just calculate the area just like a simple square. So the length and breadth t by 2 and Vm, and the time period we are just calculating for only half cycle, so it becomes t by 2. So you get the answer as Vm.